When you click on the link, you will find yourself at this article, 10 common bassline patterns in EDM. So, as I said, this is not necessarily only for EDM. You can use these patterns in other forms of music as well, just slower. Let's go down and we see, when you look at the first, they'll give you a summary of all the different styles, but this is together with a whole lot of other music. So it's going to be hard to identify which bassline you want. Okay, so that sounds nice, but it's too complicated. You can't hear the bassline. So we scroll down further and we get down to the detailed parts. After the 10 summaries, let's come to the trance bassline. And it's going to show you in Ableton how to do it. Now here they've used a root note of an F. But of course, we chose a chord progression that is starting on some other note. So in my case, I chose something starting with G. So instead of F, I'll put a G. What you want to note is where these notes are being placed. And here you are in a 16-part grid, and basically you're going to put them in these spaces. And it's a little bit offbeat, it's not on the exact on beat. If you play that alone, you will get this sound. But to get the rolling effect, you're going to add additional notes one octave below. So if you had an F3, you do a F2 below it. And you look at the positions, you follow them on the grid, you will get a rolling effect. So for example, for my example, I'm not playing F, I'm playing G, but you just play accordingly. If you combine this upper notes and lower notes, what you'll get is a rolling bass line. So now you know how to get a rolling bass line. And then you can copy and paste it, right? Because you've got one bar of your first chord, and then you can put the second bar, copy it into the second bar, and just move it up and down to have your second chord. So my second chord was actually a C. So my first bar, I would have it with a G. My second bar, I would have copied and pasted it, and then I would have moved it up to C. So that's just with the first style. If you don't like that style, you can always use the trance bassline pattern 2, which is the opposite. And it sounds like this. Or if you add on the additional notes and you follow the grid, you will get something which sounds more like this. And you're wondering, is that different from the first one? Yes, rest assured it is. So you can use this pattern again, copy and paste and do that. Now, another one you can do is go down number 3, the progressive house bassline, which looks deceptively simple, but actually it's 1/8 notes. So that seems pretty simple, right? You just need to copy and paste it. When you copy and paste, so according to the chords that you have chosen in chord.com, or you have a deep house bassline. The deep house bassline looks like this. Now this is special, right? Because it is actually 3/16 per note. So it's 3, then plus another 3, plus another 3. That's why in the end it won't fill up to the last grid. And what does it sound like? Interesting, right? It's got a slightly stunted feel. Or you could actually get down to a deep house bassline pattern 2, which is drawn like this. They sustain out the notes. That's the whole thing. If you wanted to hear what just the bass line sounded like. So what I'm trying to say is that there's so many ways you can just create a baseline using these grids that are given as examples, and you can then, after you've created a baseline for one of your chords, then it's very simple to copy and paste it into subsequent bars and move it up and down to fit the chords that you have chosen. And this way you create for yourself a baseline. In the next part, I'll show you how to actually draw out the whole chord